What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Juggernaut Retro Reviews. And on today's episode, we go back and watch WWE Elimination Chamber 2014. Yes, I am continuing my Elimination Chamber pay-per-view reviews. And this time we're going back to February 23rd, 2014. And this show was held in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Target Center, and the attendance for the show was 14,101. And I don't know if I mentioned this, that the Elimination Chamber has never been one of my favorite pay-per-views, and they never really had very strong Elimination pay-per-views. Elimination Chamber pay-per-views. They've never been that good. And I'd never been a big fan of these gimmicky pay-per-views where they have to name it after a match stipulation like Elimination Chamber, Hell in a Cell, TLC. I just never been a big fan of that. And I mean it's all right to have Elimination Chamber, right between, Rumble and then Mania. It's all right to have it here, but I don't know. I just wish I had a different name for this pay-per-view cuz if you're going to call it that, if you're going to call it the Elimination Chamber, I feel like every match should be in the chamber. You know what I mean? Every match, not just one match or not just, two matches. I think every match should be in it, in my opinion. But they wouldn't do that, though. But yeah, I've never been a big fan of these pay-per-views here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this chamber pay-per-view review. So, we kick off the night with the WWE Intercontinental Championship on the line. We got Big E defending the title against Jack Swagger, and I thought it was a pretty decent opener. I mean, there wasn't much, a whole lot going for this feud here. Not much going for this, but I mean, because Jack Swagger, he really wasn't doing anything. I mean, he was doing stuff with the Real Americans, him and Cesaro. But there really wasn't much going for him. He's kind of basically being like a jobber and stuff. Big E, he was doing some great stuff in this match. I always loved when Big E does that spear, to the outside of the ring. I always been a big fan of that. I don't know he did hurt his neck doing it once. Did he hurt his neck doing that? I don't exactly remember. No, he got thrown on his head, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know how he hasn't really got hurt bad doing the that big spear that he does to the outside of the ring. But yeah, both guys worked pretty well together, and the crowd was pretty well into this match. The crowd was hot for this match here. But Big E ended up retaining the title by hitting the big ending. Okay match. There was a point where I thought, back when I was watching this back in 2014, where I thought, because they were kind of teasing the split up between Jack Swagger and Cesaro. I thought maybe Swagger would have won, and then they could have had Cesaro and Swagger at WrestleMania. But that didn't happen because hindsight's 2020, or is it? I don't know. But we ended up of course at WrestleMania we ended up getting Cesaro winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and stuff. But yeah. It was an okay opener. And then the next match we had was a WWE Tag Team Championship match. We had the New Age Outlaws defending the titles against the Usos. And this was a time where it was kind of hard to tell the Usos apart. And every time the Usos and the New Age Outlaws got in the ring, I always enjoyed their matches. They're pretty good. I mean, the Usos kind of brought the best out of the New Age Outlaws. With Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. The Usos brought the best out of them. And they still could still go pretty good in the ring. In 2014. As it goes in 2014. It was pretty decent. It was a pretty decent match here. People were kind of upset that the Usos didn't end up winning here, and basically the New Age Outlaws won by a roll up. But it was a solid match. And then 8 days later on Monday Night Raw, where they had the Usos win in a big match. In Chicago, they win the tag team titles for the first time. I think they should have saved that. Going back, looking at it back, they should have saved that for WrestleMania. But I mean, it was still a pretty big moment, that they won the titles there and stuff. But yeah, that's me. But yeah, the New Age Outlaws ended up retaining here though. And then the next match we had was Titus O'Neil going up against Darren Young. Yeah, this match, this match kind of this kind of like feud here, kind of reminded me of the Shad Gaspar and JTG feud from 2010, I believe. Yeah, 2010. Basically, where the Primetime players, they were just losing a lot of their matches and stuff, and then, Titus O'Neil was tired of losing, so he attacks Darren Young, and yeah, that's how this, they just like threw him, broke him apart immaturely. Because I didn't mind the Primetime players, but, they tried to build up Titus O'Neil, back in 2014 a little bit, and then they tried to do stuff with him, going forward, but like this never went anywhere with Titus O'Neil. I mean, he's had some moments here and there, but like he's just never been one of those like big stars where they never really did anything with Titus O'Neil. They just dropped the ball with him. But Titus O'Neil ended up winning this match here. It was just a really pointless match. Nobody cared about this match. The crowd didn't care about this match at all. So yeah, this match was just here. And then the next match we got is a 6-man tag team match. We got the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan going up against the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Now, this match is magical here. Like, I remember this match, because I haven't seen this match since probably for a few years, because, like, I never really watched this pay-per-view in full, to be honest with you guys. I didn't watch this pay-per-view in full. I watched bits and pieces of it back in 2014. But yeah, I just never really watched it in full. And I watched, this is one of the matches I watched from this pay-per-view. Because like this was one of the best matches from 2014, from that year. But yeah, I just love I remember the whole like build-up to this match. Where they didn't do like, for like the 3-week build-up that they were doing, they didn't touch each other at all. They just like kind of hyped it up. Because the thing that really kicked off this feud was the Shield were going up against like John Cena, Sheamus, and I can't remember who it was. John Cena, Sheamus, and I think Daniel Bryan, if I believe, or Cesaro. No, Daniel Bryan. No, sorry, John Cena, Sheamus, and Christian, I believe. I believe so. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, the Wyatt family got involved. They attacked Cena's team. And they ended up going, advancing into the chamber. So, that's basically how they started the feud between the Shield and the Wyatt family. But, fast forward to the chamber here. Man, like, the crowd is so hyped. They were chanting, "This is awesome," before they even touched each other. I mean, that's how hype this match was, because when the Wyatt family first debuted, people were talking about like, hey, it would be great to see the Wyatt family and the Shield go at it. And fast forward, like 7 months later, you finally get the Wyatt family and Shield, and everybody's buzzing about it. And this was a great match. I mean, you had so much carnage everywhere. This was like basically anarchy. This match was great stuff here. I mean, everybody did their jobs in this match. Seth Rollins was a star in this match here. I love the way that, Seth Rollins like flowed in this match, where he was doing all of his high flying moves, doing his dives outside the ring. Dean Ambrose, he was doing some great stuff. Luke Harper, he was doing some awesome stuff. Him and Eric Rowan. RIP to Luke Harper, Brody Lee or John Huber. RIP to him. You even had a big announce table spot where Eric Rowan and Luke Harper did a double choke slam to Seth Rollins through the Spanish announce table. That was a really awesome spot. And basically the Wyatt family, they ended up winning the match, by basically, kind of controlling at the end, kind of controlling the Shield there. Roman Reigns, he tried his best, to Superman it, like basically carry the rest of his team on his back, but the numbers game caught up to Roman Reigns, and he ended up getting a Sister Abigail and a 1-2-3 for the Wyatt family. So the Wyatt family ended up winning this match. Great match here. If you haven't seen this match, definitely go check this match out because this match is amazing. They should have saved this match, looking back at it. They should have saved this match for WrestleMania. Because I remember it was at WrestleMania where it was the Shield going up against the New Age Outlaws and Kane, I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. Which that was this pointless. And then of course we had John Cena and Bray Wyatt, which it was they buried Bray Wyatt there in that feud, and Bray Wyatt wasn't really the same after that. But yeah, looking back, they should have saved this match for WrestleMania because that would have been great to see us out of Mania. But yeah, awesome match, awesome, great stuff here. And also, I just want to mention, this was so the next day, this was about the time when the WWE Network came out because so this show happened on February 23rd. So on February 24th, it was at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, they premiered the WWE Network, and that really changed the game for streaming services like WWE, for doing live streaming. That was one of the first. WWE was one of the first to do that, and they really changed the game for streaming. And rather than rather paying $60 for a pay-per-view, you only had to pay $9.99. That was unheard of at that time. And to have everything at the tip of your fingertips. Everything from WWE, ECW, WCW, and every other promotion that WWE has bought. Bought the catalog libraries to all these other companies. I mean, WWE Network's it's been growing over these years. I mean, look at it in 2023. They're on Peacock and stuff now. With NBC doing the WWE Network has grown so much, and I never thought it would be this big and stuff. Which, hey, and you got so many different streaming platforms now. HBO, Paramount Plus, and Hulu, live TV. It's just Netflix and all these, streaming platforms. WWE Network really started this. They really started doing the whole live TV, having live streaming. And it was really good. And so I just want to kind of mention that a little bit there before I move on in further with this review. But yeah, they really WWE changed the game of streaming. And then the next match we had was the Divas Championship match. We had Cameron from the Funkadactyls going up against AJ Lee with Tamina Snuka in the corner. Yeah, it was originally supposed to be Naomi in this match, but she had an injury or something because I think it was Oksana or somebody hurt her or something, prior to the show and stuff. So Cameron replaced her. Yeah, I was never a big fan of Cameron and stuff. Never a big fan of really the Funkadactyls. I mean, I like Naomi better. She was a lot better. But yeah, AJ Lee tried to get a good match out of Cameron, but yeah, this match was not that good at all. And the ending being a disqualification where, what was it? It was Tamina Snuka accidentally super kicks AJ Lee. But then Tamina ends up attacking Cameron to help AJ Lee keep her title. So basically, Cameron won by disqualification, but yeah, this match was just pointless. Yeah, this not a very good wrestle match here. Yeah, it was bad. And then the next match we had was Batista going up against Alberto Del Rio, and this was Batista's first match in, I believe it was 4 years. Yeah, since 4 years. So his first match back in 4 years. And, this was a feud that really nobody cared about. Batista. This was just, until Batista got into WrestleMania and stuff. Because, of course, Batista won the 2014 Royal Rumble, which nobody wanted Batista to win. People weren't behind Batista at all. They were calling him Bootista. Eventually, they started calling him Bluetista because when he wore that all blue. Pretty sure that was at that. It was at Payback 2014. Yeah, it was at Payback. Yeah, nobody wanted to watch this match. This match was not very good wrestled. Yeah, because seeing a part-timer, come back and like win the Rumble, because like people wanted, people kind of wanted Roman to win the Rumble, because like Roman was like one of the last ones like in the Rumble of 2014, but then they ended up having Batista win, and like like I said, nobody was a fan of that. The crowd just shit all over this match, which I don't really blame him for shitting over this match, because yeah, it wasn't that good. And Alberto Del Rio, he came out in a neck brace and like a suit and stuff, that, kind of kayfabing an injury, but it was all a ruse. He hit Batista in the back with a crutch, and then he took off the suit, and he had it on his wrestling gear. Yeah, so like I said, it was all a ruse, all a hoax, But yeah, Batista ended up winning the match, basically to make him look strong going into WrestleMania. And nobody really cared about Alberto Del Rio at this point. Like nobody cared about this feud. That's how bad this was. But yeah, not a very good match here for Batista's first match back in 4 years. And then the next match we had was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match in the Elimination Chamber. So the competitors we had in this match were Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Cesaro, Christian, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. Now this was a really fun chamber match. I really enjoyed this match. Every guy in this match did what they needed to do in this match here. It was very solid. Sheamus was the first one to get eliminated. Got eliminated by Christian, but when Christian did a frog splash off the top of the chamber pod, that was nice in the match. And then Christian was next to go from Daniel Bryan. So I'm pretty sure he tapped out to the yes lock, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, so Daniel Bryan Christian was the next to go. And then Cena eliminated Cesaro. Believe it was, Cena eliminated Cesaro. Yeah, I'm looking on here. Yeah, so Cena eliminated Cesaro by the AA. And then next it was John Cena got eliminated by when so the White family, they came out, the lights go dark, and the White family caused a distraction, ended up getting in the chamber, and basically kind of setting up the feud between Bray Wyatt and John Cena for WrestleMania. But Randy Orton ends up pinning John Cena, so Cena was out of there. And then it came down to Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton. There was kind of, at this time, there was kind of a sliver of hope of like, okay, maybe Daniel Bryan could win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship here, and go to WrestleMania and go headline WrestleMania. But no, Randy Orton ended up retaining, and he ended up retaining the championship, and showing the crowd and stuff, the crowd was like this, so upset. I mean, they weren't surprised, but like they were so upset, like, well, fuck, this is one chance where Daniel Bryan could go main event WrestleMania, but now we're going to be getting Batista and Randy Orton, and people were not a fan of that at all. People didn't want to see Orton and Batista go at it. But WWE, they resurrected themselves. They kind of helped themselves, like they fixed their problem. And they, ended up putting Daniel Bryan in the match at WrestleMania. If this never happened here, we probably would have never got the whole big yes movement. Them hijacking Monday Night Raw. We probably would have never got that, and we probably would have never got the big, what does Michael call it? The Yes-Mania. That's what he like to call it. Where Daniel Bryan got his big moment at WrestleMania. We probably would have never got that if he would have won here. So I'm kind of happy it did turn out this way. Looking back at it now, I'm happy it did turn out that way. But yeah, Orton did end up retaining his championship here. I thought this was a really fun chamber match. It was fun. Like I said, every guy did what they needed to do. Cesaro was looking very good. Sheamus was looking. Everybody looked good in this match. But yeah, that was my Elimination Chamber 2014 review. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time ever checking out my channel. Also, hit the like button. Go down in the comment section below. Tell me any videos that you guys want to see. Any reviews you want to see me do. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms, on Twitter and Instagram at TheTrueJSB. And also turn on my notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. Some videos got coming up for you guys here are, so I'm going to be doing my Elimination Chamber 2015 review. I'm going to be doing another Chamber review. And then after that one, I'll be doing 2017, probably sometime next week. As well as, what else am I going to be doing? And I think next week is the Elimination Chamber 2023. So, of course, you'll be getting predictions, and, of course, you'll be getting a pay-per-view review for that. So, stay tuned for that. And, I'm going to try to do, some more live streams and stuff. I think next week I'm going to be doing, like a watch-along. So, definitely stay tuned for that. Go subscribe to all the channels down below in the description. Go subscribe to all those guys. I have, Kickin It with Leo, the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the Flag Zone, the T.A.G. Go subscribe to all those podcasts. Go subscribe to them. They're great. They do great stuff on their channels. But yeah, that was, like I said, that was my Elimination Chamber 2014 review. Definitely not a show, I would recommend checking out. I mean, if you want to check out this show, definitely check out the six-man tag team match between the Wyatt family and Shield. Like, this match, I can't praise this match enough. I mean, this match is amazing. And then go check out the Elimination Chamber match. But everything else on this match was, wasn't really that good. I mean, the Batista, Alberto Del Rio, dud. Cameron and AJ Lee, dud. Like, that match was just horrible. Tyson Neal, Darren Young, nobody cared about that. Tag team match between the New Age Outlaws and the Usos, okay. And Big E and Jack Swagger, yeah. It was just there. So, yeah. But this is Juggernaut saying peace out. And I will catch you guys in my next video. So, peace out.